Okay. Here I am. Here I am. How's everyone doing? Can everybody see me? I just want to start the stream. I got a lot of things to show you guys today. Hopefully we'll work. Man, I have such a heavy session to try and run with the live streaming software at the same time. I'm thinking it might crash a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we'll be all good. But yeah, I've got quite a big one here. Actually, I'm gonna delete some tracks and save it as a new one just to make things save. Okay. Hey, Alistair. Hey, leaking window. You can see me and you can hear me. That's good. That's good. So yeah, I have a pretty big session here today to get through. I was working on it yesterday for a long time. I think it's gonna be the first song released from my new album. I think, you know, Spotify has really changed how things work, and YouTube and in streaming music in general. And I'm thinking, even though I'll make an album, I'm gonna release the songs as soon as they're ready. I'm thinking that's the best course of action because I can just release the singles, and once all the singles are out, I make a actual album version, and I release it maybe physically later on, or maybe just on Spotify as well, or as a special kind of download or something like that. But I think this is the first one to be released. This one has the video pretty much done, and I'm gonna release it as soon as I have it ready, and hopefully it will be before the year ends. I'm hoping everything will work out, but we'll see. But it's almost I like the instrumental as it is right now. I could mix it farther. I probably will once I record the vocals for it, but I will not mess around with it too much, because when I mix the instrumentals instinctively, usually they work better than when I go through them too thoroughly, So I'll probably leave this instrumental as it is. Let me ask you guys, how's everyone doing? I just want to know how you guys are doing. In case you see me looking this way here, it's because you guys are here for me. I can see your comments down here, and my Ableton is up here, and the camera is here, and I have OBS up here, and I have my mixing console up here. It's a lot of screens here today. A lot of screens. Hopefully, Ableton will run, even though it's a pretty heavy session. We'll see. The thing is, the iPad as a screen seems to be taking a lot of my CPU. I don't know why, because I'm using the iPad as a third screen on sidecar mode, and it seems to be kind of screwing around with my CPU. OBS is quite heavy as well today. I don't know what's going on. Come on, OBS. You don't need to be this heavy. Let me see if I can do something here. No, I can't. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. We shall try and do it like this. You had a tooth pulled out, man. I never had a tooth pulled out, luckily. So if you're on a lot of painkillers, you're probably a little bit high now, which is good. Good for this live stream for sure. The Matrix, man. There's no screen for the Matrix. The Matrix is here, okay? It's running it's running inside us, and you can only see it if you're the chosen one, right? And you take the blue pill. I think it's the blue pill. Is the blue pill the one that takes you out of the Matrix, or is it the red pill? I can't remember now. Anyways, shall we start? taking a look at this track, have you guys heard this demo on my last live stream, or do you want me to play the very first demo of the song? Actually, no, let's play the new version. You take the pew, all the pews you can. Okay, man, I'm not one to judge what people put in their mouths, so whatever you guys want to do. Hey, Jose, where are you from, man? Are you a Jose or are you a Jose? All right, I'm gonna play it. The vocals are not recorded yet, just some vocals. And I got a really cool trick of how I made these vocals that I'm gonna show you guys today. Hey, Mio, how's it going? Okay, here goes the demo. I'm gonna shut up for a second. All right, that's it. So yeah, this is the session. 1, 2. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 can you hear me now? Jesus. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, 1 second again. Oh. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? I think you can. Jesus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? I think you can. That was hard. Jesus Christ. Okay, I gotta open Ableton and hope for the best here. We'll see. Sorry about that. I think it's YouTube actually. I think I have to put on a normal latency because I put in low latency so I can see what you guys are saying and not take ages to answer you guys. But maybe it's not the best idea. Yeah, I just had to close OBS a bunch of times and I didn't really do anything. I think it was YouTube because I didn't change anything. Like there's nothing for me to change. I couldn't do much. Like I could reboot the PC, but you never know. You never know if you're gonna be able to come back to the same live stream. And now we got the spinning wheel of hell in Ableton. Oh, there we go. How are you looking, guys? Can you see my screen? Everything kind of clear to kind of blurry? You guys can let me know. You guys can let me know what's going on. I'm gonna also turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone because it might be overloading. I might need just free. So back to the song. The song, you guys heard it. It sounds quite cool. The secret that I have with these songs, like I'm not gonna record real drums for this specific song. The thing that I like to do with these songs that I don't record real drums to, or many, like it starts on the computer, right? It starts in Ableton. So I don't really start playing guitar or start playing anything organic. I play usually the keyboard and I put some loops inside of there and see what happens. So for this song, if you check the beats, I'm gonna play a little piece here. So this is the drum beat. Cool, so that's the drum beat. And I completely plagiarized that drum beat from a song. Does anybody know which song I plagiarized? I'm gonna open it slowly here on Spotify. If anybody wants to guess before I get to the song. As you can see, I listen to a lot of K-pop, guys. I'm sorry, okay? So this song, it's by this band. The song that I use the drums from is by this band here, Boxcar Racer, right? Care Like Thief. So this is my beat. Oh. And this is the Boxcar Racer beat. I'm gonna play just a second of it so I don't get copyright strikes, right? There you go. Did you guys hear that? So yeah, to start the song, I think the first thing, like I always loved that song by Boxcar Racer, right? I always loved it. It's one of my favorite songs. And I always wanted to rip off that drum loop by Travis, right? And what I did to start the song was exactly that. Because that song starts only with the drums, I could just slice the little intro there and paste it in Ableton and use it as a basis for my song. So the first version of the song, I had the Travis beat all over it. And that's how I wrote the melody and the instrumental and the basics of the instrumental and all that stuff. But I couldn't use that loop because I need to pay Travis, right, if I want to. So I started building on top of it. The first thing that I did was rebuild the original loop. So this is the original loop right here. I just made it in a plugin. I think it was FX Expansion Drum something, but I don't even use that plugin anymore because I made the song ages ago. But I just rebuilt the loop. So you see, I just rebuilt the loop in a normal drum plugin, like the most plain drum plugin that I could find. Then I squeezed the hell out of it. I put drum bus and I distorted quite a bit. You can see here in the drive. And I put RC20 on it, and this is where you guys are hearing the vinyl crackle. So you see, I have vinyl 2 here in RC20, and this is what's giving the whole song the vinyl crackle. It's on the drums, and because there's the hi-hat of these drums across the whole track, the vinyl crackle stays there, and I really like that it stays there. But yeah, this is how the drums sounded plain. Man, my computer is really going crazy, right? My cam froze. That's weird. I wonder why it did that. It's just OBS is giving me all the trouble today. I think I might need a new computer. I think I might need one of those M1 machines, you know, that everybody loves so much. So RC20 is not a stock Ableton plugin, but it's quite cheap. Let me see if I can get my camera back here quickly. So 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Where is it? No, it's completely frozen. I wonder why. Yeah, my camera froze. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do something extreme here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I think. Man, OBS, please work with me. So yeah, let's go back to the drums. RC20 is by Addictive something. Let me see. About RC20. XLN Audio, which is a pretty good company, I'm not gonna lie. They do addictive drums, I think, something like that. And they do XO, which is really cool as well. And they do, I think, another one to duck, like a ducking plugin or something like that. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, this is the drums playing. I squeezed the hell out of it with Glue Compressor. This is a stock Ableton plugin. Look at the difference already. The difference is crazy. Like just the glue compressor is probably 70% of the sound. But I'm being quite aggressive. I'm clipping, I'm squeezing a lot just because I want it to not be like clean drums. I want this song to be quite dirty, and I'm gonna get the punch, not of these drums. The punch is gonna be from the other samples I'm adding. So these drums are more of a texture and an ambience and kind of a big boomy sound. And I'm trying to do the crazy transients, the big transients with the other stuff. So I have drum bus as well, distorting a lot. You see the drive here and the crunch quite high. And then our C20 giving a little bit more distortion and a little bit of the vinyl crackle. There you go. Hi, Dad. Cameron, I'm not your dad. Come on. What the hell? Okay, cool. So, hey, Powell, how's it going? I'm glad you guys are here. So yeah, these drums are, they're not meant to be standard punk drums. They're meant to be texture drums. And then to get the punch out of the song, I built, and to get farther away from the original Travis drums, right? I built quite a extensive sampled stompy thing. So all of these are samples from Splice mostly. And this is how just that sounds. It's just stomps and wood noises and weird stuff. And then I recorded, to make things different a little bit, I recorded some of my own percussion. I don't have any real percussion at my house, so I just recorded like tins, food containers. I shook like a big rice container that I have here at home. I'm gonna show you guys all that stuff, but here's how that all sounds together. See, quite cool, right? It sounds quite cool. But to make it a little bit personal, I added some things on my own. But let's start with the splice stuff. So this is across most of the track, and it's just like a weird woody sound like this. I don't know. Oh, this is actually Ting. Ting is a pretty good plugin, and it's just a plugin of weird stuff recorded. Like, so it's a drum plugin, but instead of drums, it has like, oh, somebody tapping on a couch, somebody tapping on keys and stuff like that. I don't have that plugin anymore, so I froze it. It's here. You see, it's Ting freeze right here. But I'm glad I froze it, because I wouldn't be able to save this, get this back, because I don't have that plugin anymore. So yeah, that's just Ting going through and giving that straight rhythm throughout the whole track. Then I have boots that I also got from Splice. And then these ones. So together they sound like this. And there's also this one. They go along with the kick. All right, and I have this thing that I called Spleck. Spleck is in the place of the snare, and it's just a little sound. I don't know. You can hear it. You see? It's quite cool. It's really low in the mix, but it gives it a good texture. I have as well this cool texture here. Another. I like to give things a lot of texture, you know, to make them very personal. So I don't actually have this on the mix anymore. I wonder why. What was this? Yeah, I don't really like this. I'm gonna leave it off. No, I try things. Sometimes they don't work. I have Timpani. No, orchestral timpani. Can you guys still hear me? Let me see if everything's going fine. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, timpani is one of my favorite orchestral things. If I needed to play something in an orchestra, it would be timpani. So this is timpani, and it's just like big bangs that have a note, right? I also put this out. Look at this. Am I crazy? Should I have left it in? Oh, I should have left this in. I like this. Yeah, you see, it gives it poing. I like that. I have this feel here, which is really cool because it's completely kind of an electronic feel, and it's distorted a little bit, so it gives it. It's very contrasting compared to the organic nature of the rest of this beat. Yeah, also found that on Splice. Then I started recording some stuff here at home. Just to make this beat a little bit more personal, like more my own, you know? So I have mouth percussion. I always do mouth percussion because I feel it makes the song literally breathe a little bit, you know? It gives a little bit of a cool, like, sense of desperation to the song, like you're out of breath. You can feel the out of breathiness and the desperation of the song. You see, this last one is the key of everything, because this one, I actually beat my chest and did the and I put, if I click it here, I put this an octave down, so it sounds a bit more unnatural. See? And all of them together sound quite cool. And when you have that in the background of the verse, it gives a lot of... And for the choruses, I made like a big snare tail with my breath as well. And that's really low in the chorus, but it gives a little bit of a fake and a natural non-snare quality to the snare, because the snare on this song doesn't really sound like a snare. I'll show you guys what else I did. I have Brute here. You guys know that I've been using Brute, which is a drum plugin. Actually, I should freeze this because this is probably taking a lot of CPU right now. But I have Brute here by UJam. I did a review for these guys because they asked me, and they do have some pretty cool drum sounds for weird songs. So this is just reinforcing the transients. It's like really big drums that come in just in the chorus. So it takes the chorus up and it really, really packs a punch and a lot of room sound as well. And the low end on these drums is crazy. And it's because of this new plugin by Eventide. I'm demoing it. I actually haven't bought it yet. It's called Split EQ, and the thing about this EQ that it's so cool is that you can see here it has a green curve and a blue curve, and the green curve only EQs the transients, and the blue curve only EQs not the transients, the tones. So if you want your low end to be punchy like I wanted to, but I didn't want it to have too much low end on the rest of the drums, I can just raise the transient curve up, and I can even lower the tonal curve down, and it does give it quite a boost in the low end punch. I never used a plugin like this. It's quite cool. You see, I'm gonna bypass it for you guys. And if I put it on, you see the low end just coming in. It's quite cool, right? I think this is one of the best plugins of the year, I'm not gonna lie. It's not super expensive now, by the way, but it's gonna get more expensive soon. I might have to buy it now, but we'll see. Then I put more boots. more snaps here. These plugins they were on offer as well for Black Friday. This is literally a boot plugin, so it just has boot sounds. I needed a lot. I needed to be huge. I needed this song to sound like it's not saying. Like, one, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? Cool. I think it's back. Man, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Anyways, so I recorded some rice in a big container that I keep all my rice here at home. And this is the key of the snare because it has a really cool sound to it. You see, it has a lot of reverb. It's Valhalla Supermassive. This is free, by the way. You guys should just go to the Valhalla DSP website and download this Valhalla Supermassive plugin because it's a cool delay plugin. It does a little bit of reverb and modulation as well, and it's free. It's free. And you see, now I have this, this, and this. 1 second, let me solo them all. This, this, and this. And here's my snare. You see, sounds, it works as a snare, but it doesn't sound like a snare. I also squeezed a tin can that I had to do this percussion in the verses. You see, I'm literally squeezing a can like this. And then I quantized it right here to the rhythm of the song, just to make sure it's in the rhythm. And the same thing with this. I banged on the rice container one more time. And octave down, quantize, 2 octaves down actually. And I'm gonna freeze this as soon as I can, because I think the more I freeze, the better and easier this will be. Do you guys have any questions so far? You see how I've been building these drums, and it took me a long time. It took me days, because you kind of have to step away from the song a little bit, forget about it, come back with new ideas, then step away from it, come back with new ideas, then just go crazy one day, record a bunch of things from your kitchen, play around a lot with the octaves and all that stuff. Also, to complement that straight rhythm I had in the verses, I have this rice can being shaken here. I'm literally trying to play the drums on a rice container, and then I put the octaves down and quantized it. That's basically what it is. And it's kind of really low in the mix as well, just to make it, give it, when you dissect mixes from other people, and you start listening to everything that's in there, there's so much texture, little texture hidden in there, and it just gives it a bit of more of a human feel, and it just connects, glues everything together a little bit. So I'm a big fan of texture. And also, again, the tin can for the intro. I love this sound. I love this sound. I just recorded the tin 2 times and spread them in stereo like this. Quantized it, you see, so it's in time. But I'm literally, again, squeezing the tin can in another way and making this sound. And then together with the sample that I got from Splice, it sounds like steps. It sounds like a weird ritualistic thing. I really wanted to make the song sound ritualistic. So there's a lot of weird sounds in there, octaves down and reverbs and all that stuff, trying to make this sound like a cult is singing it. Do I record to Ableton or to other editor? I record to Ableton. When I'm writing songs, I record to Ableton, because it's the quickest way to do it. I don't really like going back and forth. I just want to do things. Here I have my effects group, and this is literally just standard things. Like I have this Atmos that it's from Japan. So it's just a tube station, like a metro station in Japan, and I reversed it. And I have a little bit of a cassette effect on it and a filter just to cut the highs. And the cassette effect is this one right here by Wave Factory. Yes, Wave Factory. It's a really cool, it's my favorite tape plugin, because it does sound like a little tape recorder. And I sometimes I wish I had a real tape recorder to just run things through it and give it the real tape sound. But at the same time, that would be so much work. Just like getting things out of the computer, recorded to the tape, back to the computer. Just maybe just the plugin is good enough. And the plugin is good enough, believe me. This is a main part of the song here, the Travis snare loop. If I show you guys here, this is how it sounds now. So this is a sample from Splice by Travis Barker. Since I plagiarized his drums, I thought I might as well get a sample made from him to keep him in the song somehow, although because I took the real drums he played out, so I put him back in there somewhere. But I completely mangled his sound. So this is the original thing. I chopped it a lot, as you can see. There's a lot of reversed stuff as well. There's a lot of automation as well here. A lot of automation, and it's automation, I think, on the clips. So I can't really show it now, I think. Yes, I can. You see, I automated the pitch of the clip, and you can do that in Ableton. You see these tabs here? You gotta click on everything in Ableton really, because it can be really useful. But you see, this is the tab that's usually open, but if you go to this one, you can automate clips, which is amazing, and I just draw some crazy curves on the pitch curve, and then you can see the pitch goes all over the place. And if you want to, okay, the plugin by Waves Factory is this one. 1 second. It's Cassette by Waves Factory. Awesome plugin. And if you want something to sound completely different from the original in Ableton, you have Spectral Resonator. And it's hard to explain this plugin, but it chooses a frequency and it resonates on that frequency, and it replaces the original sound with that frequency resonating, and you can put chorus on it. And I put the dry wet in the middle, so I have a little bit of the original there still. But look how crazy this sounds. So it just gives like a metally sound to it. Then I have Wider, which is also a free plugin by Polyverse. Infected Mushroom and Polyverse. I don't know who makes it, but it's free. Wider, it makes things wider, and it's really good. It's really good to put things out of the middle and leave the middle free for vocals. And Hybrid Reverb, which is an awesome Ableton plugin because it's a convolution reverb. And I just have, you see, Beer Shiva Town Hall. It's a hall. And you can EQ this reverb as well, and I cut the lows there a little bit. Let me freeze. The rest is standard things, like reverse cymbals. Going into the chorus. I have this cool little drop here for the second verse. This cool little drop. I think this is downloaded. No, I made this in my synth. I have a Minilogue here, Minilogue XD by Korg, and I made these samples on my Minilogue. You see, I have a breath that works as a cymbal. I have Is it back? Is it back? Is it sounding good now? Is it back? Yeah, it's literally OBS. I wish I could use something else, but everybody uses OBS and it's free, man. Sounding good now? It's hard to beat free, right? But it can be buggy. I'm not gonna lie, it can be buggy. Anyway, those are the effects. Bass, I literally just have one bass track for this track, and it's a plugin called Sublab. And it's a great plugin for 808s, and it's just a bunch of 808s. It's by these guys. Oh, I clicked it. I don't know. Oh, fuck no. Fall. I don't know their name, but it's called Sublab. It's a great plugin, and the 808s in this plugin sound massive. So here it is, soloed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is so annoying. Anyways, let me freeze this as well. Let me freeze a lot of things. These are just the 808s. Very simple things. One plugin. I'm just limiting it a little bit to make it fat. But it's literally no limiting at all. It's like -1. It's just to make sure it's not gonna go too loud at some points. Because they are quite compressed already by the distortion, these 808s. So... yeah. Thank you guys for staying through this. I'm gonna solve this for the next live stream for sure. This cannot stay like this. This is crazy. Okay. Maybe I have to try loopback as well. We'll see. I have more organic elements. The acoustic guitars, quite important, right? Acoustic guitars, they make it sound more emotional, more like a rock song a little bit. I needed some rock elements in there, so acoustic guitars. And with acoustic guitars, I really like Fresh Air. It's also free. I'm using a lot of free plugins in this mix. This is free by Steven Slate. And if you want your acoustic guitars to really cut through a busy mix, like a very big mix, because acoustic guitars do well in minimal mixes, right? But if you want your acoustic guitars to really cut through a busy, big mix, Fresh Air, see how much I'm using loads of it. It really does help. You see, this is without it. This is with. You can hear the plucks a lot more, the picking, right? Then Pro Q, like standard acoustic guitar stuff, just taking the low end, taking the boominess. Because for these guitars, I don't need any of the body of the guitar. I need mostly the high end of the guitar. And then I have a UAD compressor, just compressing them together. Not much. Actually, quite a lot. Yeah, I love this. This compressor is by UAD, so it is expensive and you can only use it if you have a UAD interface. But it's good, man. It's a really good compressor. How you guys doing there? All good? The next part, it's the cool part. So it's the voices, the crazy voices, right? Look at how many stacks of the vocals I have here. This is a lot. I think this is the most. And I'm not even finished with the vocals in this song, and still there are these ones right here. So this is the intro. I sing the chorus differently in the intro, and it's just me singing it softly, really. By my name, I've been forsaken. Call me God, and I will make it. By my... You can hear still. I haven't edited this too much. You can still hear me stopping the recording on the space bar. But yeah, I have me singing it normally. Oh, actually, not me singing it normally. This is the Autotune intro. So I recorded this through Autotune, so I can't show you guys exactly what I did. But I used Autotune on the way in. And what I did, I'm going to open Autotune, guys, just so I can show you guys what I'm actually going to open on my voice. Let's see how it works. Let me find Autotune here. Okay. So here's Autotune, right? Autotune. And what I did to make that crazy effect, first of all, I had to put it in low Mayo because I'm a low Mayo, right? And you can already hear me being a little bit tuned. So this song is in C, so that was correct. I clicked on advanced here. And if I click on advanced, I can set the minor scale. Put the speed super high. And if I leave it on the minor scale, it's just gonna tune me normally, right? But to do this effect right here, I left only one note on. So I could turn off all of the other notes like this. See, turning off all of the piano notes, but one. I'm gonna also leave the octave down there. You see, I only have the C on. So if I sing by my name I've been forsaken. It's hard to hit it when you have to hit a specific note. Yeah, that plugin is part of my UAD interface. So you only, it's processed by my interface and it doesn't waste any processing for me. And it also goes directly on my voice and I can record it on the way in. So yeah, I did this a bunch of times. I secluded notes from on Autotune, so I could only sing one note. Even if I tried to sing other notes, Autotune would stick me to one note, and then I had these weird robot voices to make this choir a little bit more unnatural. You see, it's weird. And then I have the normal vocals here. By my name I've been forsaken. And then I have a lower octave. By my name I've been forsaken. And then other harmonies, stereo harmonies. By my name I've been forsaken. And then all together sounds like this robot choir. By my name I've been forsaken. That again goes back to the coat idea that I had. Like I wanted to sound like a coat. And that's what I did. And then for the main chorus choir, look at how many vocals. These vocals, like the first ones here, they were recorded in 2019 when I first wrote the song, and I kept them because I needed volume. I needed a lot of volume to make this sound like a church choir, a robot church choir. So I have this voice right here. And this is the same trick with Autotune, but at that time I didn't have Autotune, so I think I was using Reason, not even Ableton. I didn't even have Ableton at that point. I was using Reason, Propeller Head's Reason, and Reason comes with a tuner. I think it's called Neck-Tune or something like that. And it sounds horrible, but for this purpose, it sounded good, because it sounded crazy. Then I had the same thing happening one octave down. By my name I've been for. And singing one note all the way through. By my name I've been for. And you see, I sang it like a robot. I tried to make it sound like a robot. By my name I. Okay, I should be back now. I should be back sounding normal now, hopefully. Okay, I should be back now. I should be back sounding normal now, hopefully. It's still kind of glitchy, isn't it? This is so annoying. Hi. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey. Hi. 1, 2. I'm gonna turn off the gate just in case this is bugging something. Anyways, let me just turn it off again. 1 second, guys. So noisy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So yeah, this trick here. By my name I've been forsaken. You see, this is a duplicate of the original vocals. By my name. But Alter Boy has this modes called robots, and it just sticks everything to one note, which is exactly what I needed. I needed robot sound. And then you have to choose what note you wanted to stick to. By my name I've been forsaken. Call me God. That's the gist of it. Then I had Alter Boy again on another vocal. You see another pitch on this one. By my name I've been forsaken. Another pitch on this one. By my name I've been forsaken. And I just went through this. An octave down. Octave or 2 octaves? I don't know. I render it. But yeah, octave down. Again, Alter Boy doing the robot voice with a little bit of the original voice mixed in. And you see, playing around with the formants a lot, playing around with the pitch a lot. I just recorded these vocals 1,000 times. I went far from the mic, close to the mic. And I really tried to make Autotune work hard. Because the hardest I could make Autotune work, I know more robotic my voice would sound. Autotune and Alter Boy, I used both. I tried to manipulate them and I sing it differently so it would sound differently and robotic and weird and unnatural. And when you put all of this crazy stuff together, it becomes the crazy cult choir that I wanted. By my name I've been forsaken. Call me God and I will make it. Tell me that doesn't sound like a cult with some robots in the background. It does. It does. And to make everything sound together, I compressed everything together with an 1176 emulation here. This one is by Arturia, but any, like the Waves one would work, the Bomb Factory one would work, like any 1176, like they're all pretty good. A little bit of EQ, a little bit of the split EQ again. So that this time I took the transients out and I put the tono up here and here. Quite cool. I still haven't understood how this plugin works, but it does sound good. And then the secret to make everything sound like a church, I put hybrid reverb here, and in the convolution, I chose Real Places, Mornack Church. And that's it. I could use the real ambience of a real church by using convolution here and make it sound like I was singing in a church. I do not quantize my vocals. Sometimes I vocal align them, but for these ones, I didn't. Because it's a choir, I don't want them to be perfectly together. I want them to sound like multiple people, and very rarely multiple people would sound super tight. So I left the discrepancies in there a little bit. But I tried to sing as tightly as I could still. I'm pretty good at making doubles because I've been singing doubles for such a long time. I rarely need to vocal align them anymore because I do like the discrepancies that stay in there. Because if you vocal line things too much, you kind of lose the point of having a double sometimes, because it gets too close to the original vocal. And yeah, it's I do not quantize vocals. Sometimes if I miss something, I chop the vocal like this and drag it around. But I do not quantize it unless I wanted to do it as an effect. And what else do I think that's it, guys. I think this is it for this song. I have a couple other things here. I have the organic instruments. You see, I recorded real bass just for the second verse to have a little bit different in something different happening in the second verse. And because I like punk rock and rock, I like, why not real bass, right? So this is just some real bass running through an MPEG emulation. And then here I have the famous punk rock fifth bass kind of thing. The key to getting this sound is the chorus. I'm using this one by Arturia. It's a famous chorus, emulation of a chorus. It's called Dimension D. I think it's an emulation of, I forgot the name of the real one, but this is a very famous chorus. It doesn't have a lot of options. The higher this goes, the stronger the chorus is. And it's great. It sounds super vintagey, sounds super cool. And if you want that, this kind of like, you know, when you have, most of the times in punk rock, when we play these kind of basses with the fifths and the high notes, we do put chorus on it, and that's the key of that sound. You see, I just wanted the second verse to sound a bit different. I like, as I was saying before, I like a lot of organic elements, but I don't have all the instruments in the world, and sometimes you just have to use samples. I wish I had a mandolin at home. I really want to buy a mandolin. I want to buy a benjitar, a banjo-tar, a banjo with guitar tuning, you know, and a bunch of percussive things. But I have this plugin by Spitfire Audio. It's free, guys. This is free. It's the orchestra. I think you have to kind of go through an approval process. You got to send them an email, but this is free if you tell them I forgot. I got this so long ago. I think you have to not just say you don't have any money. I don't know. But this is free, and it's a full orchestra, and it has really cool orchestral sounds like this. This one. I think this is a xylophone, right? And then this one is Labs by Spitfire Audio as well, and they have a bunch of, this is all free. You don't even have to prove your port on this one. This is free, and they have a bunch of instruments in here, a bunch of like real sampled instruments. And they have a bunch of cool guitars and mandolins and banjos and pianos and stuff like that. And I got the mandolin. I wish I could play this in a real mandolin, but their stuff is so well recorded that it sounded good anyways. So yeah, quite a cool mandolin sound. I wish I could record a real mandolin though, maybe someday. And that's it, guys. And here are the synths. The synths are not the main focus of this song, but they are in the background to give it a bit of a hybrid vibe to the track, you know. I have this right here, which is an arpeggiator. Everything is really distorted and mangled, you know. I froze these ones, so I don't remember which plugins I used, but everything's pretty fucked up. So it's Spitfire Labs, as in laboratories, labs. It's free, super good. And here, it's the key of the mid 8. So I have an accordion. The crazy thing is, I think this is the Reason accordion, because I started this song in Reason ages ago, because I was testing Reason, my propeller head, before I was into Ableton, because I was changing from Pro Tools into something else, and I was choosing between Reason, Studio One, Ableton, and Reaper, I think, and I ended up choosing Ableton. I use Reaper sometimes because it's a very good, very open, and very cheap DAW. But I ended up with Ableton. But this song was started in Reason, so there's a lot of Reason instruments I don't have anymore. So I had this accordion, this flute, this harmonica. And what I'm trying to do with this mid 8 here is emulate the feel. Do you know that song by Blink-182 called All of This? I have a cover on my YouTube channel, and I just done that cover, and I dissected it, and I knew that they used a bunch of accordion, flute, and harmonica sounds in the background of that song, and I wanted to get that same vibe, and I did. I think if you hear the mid 8, it sounds a lot like All of This. I have a really mangled mandolin in there as well. This mandolin also has a cassette on it and hybrid reverb. And it's really like the cassette plugin. It has this option here. Oh, this is Labs, sorry. This is the mandolin sound. You guys know it. Cassette has this option here for stability and spread and erasures and artifacts, and this makes it sound like your tape is fucked up, and you can hear the pitch sliding all over the place. So yeah, I really like to make things sound like they're wrong, like they were recorded not ideally. I have a pad here. It's just a texture for the background. Really, it's not really a big deal. I have some high plucks. This is more of a rhythmic element than anything else. And that's it. That's the whole song. Amazing enough. I got through it in an hour and 17 with all the freaking OBS freakouts as well. I'm gonna solve that, guys, for the next stream. I'm probably gonna use 2 computers to stream, or I'm just gonna buy a new computer, because I'm getting pretty tired of this computer here, because the fan is getting so loud that it's starting to be hard to record vocals. I don't know if I have to clean. I'm trying to clean it inside. But the fan on this computer here is going crazy, and it hasn't been the same. I formatted it the other day, and because it was too slow, but still after the format, it's not the same. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if I've overheated it or whatever. It's just not performing really well. The thing is, I would buy the MacBooks, like the new ones, because I can finance it and just deal with it, right? The crazy price. But I wanted like a big screen, and then I would have to buy a big screen as well. And I wanted to have I know they made the iMacs, the new iMacs, like with the M1 chip, but I want the M1 Max. If I'm gonna buy something new now, I want it to last for the next 7 years, because this computer is about 7 years old now. And I want my next one to at least last for 7 years. So I want the best one. There's no point in buying like a mid-tier one if it's not going to be a big improvement from this one. So yeah, I'll see what I do. But I think before that, for the next stream, I'll try and stream from 2 computers. But I hope you guys like this stream, even though I had all the problems. I'll try to solve them for the next one, for sure. I promise you guys. And I think that's it. Do you guys have any questions? I'll stay here for another couple of seconds in case you guys have any questions. If you're gonna want me to just show you guys something again. But that's it for the song. And I'm gonna record the vocals next and mix it and master it. And it should be out soon. Hopefully. Anyone there still? Can you guys hear me? Vocals next and mix it and master it, and it should be out soon. Yeah, the sound's still kind of fucked, right? That's pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys want me to dissect this song again in the next stream? I'm gonna try to do 2 streams per week. Honestly, I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try, because I can't do as many videos I was doing before because I don't have time to edit them right now. So I have to do the streams because I don't need to edit them later. Although I might edit this one and repost it on my channel, although I don't know if I can fix the audio problems on it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it is annoying. I'm pretty annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty annoyed by OBS because it's an OBS problem for sure. I might just try and change the OBS for Streamlabs OBS, but I don't know. I'll see. I'm gonna have to do a test stream, like a private one. Well, I think that's it, guys. I'm pretty tired and flustered about the situation. But thank you so much for coming today. I hope you guys come to the next live stream as well. And I'm going to post some more videos. I might, if you guys want me to run through this song one more time before I finish it, just because the stream was so fucked, let me know in the comments below. I'll read the comments even after the stream is done. But thank you so much for watching. And I see you all next time. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.